Hello and welcome to today's mini yoga flow. I'm Audrey and we're going to work through a nice gentle flow today. It's been some unfortunate weather, a lot of rain at the moment, and I think it's kind of lowering everybody's energy. So let's work through something that's really nice and nourishing today. So we're going to begin with our breathing practice, and what I'm going to do, and you might like to do this too, is grab a cushion just to prop under your hips because it feels really nice when you're sitting for your breathing practice. And we're going to do a practice called Nadi Shodhana, and this works really well with the practice we did previously where we were doing the breathing through our nostrils. And the previous breath we were going in and out through the same nostrils all the time. This practice we are going to alternate the nostrils, so we're going to breathe in through one, out through the other, then in and out. So it's a little wave kind of up and down, up and down. So if you just get yourself nice and comfortable, settle in, let the hips settle down onto your cushion, the shoulders drop down, relax into it. And for this we're going to use the fingers to open and close the nostrils. Now traditionally you would hold the fingers like this, where you bend down these two and you use these fingers. But it can be a little fiddly to begin with, so I quite like just to use the thumb and the first finger here and use them to hold the nostrils. So you're going to begin by closing over, let's close over our left side to begin with. So we're inhaling through the right, closing the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, close the left, exhale through the right. And repeat, in through the right, close out through the left, in through the left, close out through the right. And repeat, in right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left, in left, out right, and continue. One more round. And just release the hands down. Just pause for a moment to see how you're feeling after those long deep breaths. This is a very balancing breathing practice. Because we work on both sides, it really helps just to slow everything down. And because it takes a bit of concentration, it really brings our focus centrally. Great one if you're feeling anxious or stressed. Beautiful. Open up the eyes. We're going to start by coming into our butterfly posture. You can keep your hips underneath, on top of your pillow if that feels good. And we're going to bring the feet together. So we've got the knees out to the sides. You can play about with where you want the feet to be. You can have them in close or a little bit further away. I prefer them slightly further away. I'm just going to let the knees settle down, opening up the hips. And then add in some circles. So lean forward, then take the weight round to the side and back. And just make circles with the torso. The legs will naturally lift up while we're doing this, and that's fine. And we can add the breath in, breathing in as we come forward and out as we move back. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then go the opposite way. This is great because it gets into the hips but also releases off the back. One more circle. Beautiful. Bring it back to the front. Okay, we're going to come into our fire log now. So this is where it's almost like what we do when we've got the legs crossed. So we're going to start with the right leg underneath. So bring the right leg under and then take the other leg over the top. And it's meant to be like little logs of a fire. Now, if this isn't feeling comfortable for you, you can sit a different way. That's absolutely fine if you just want to have your legs crossed, or if maybe you want to have your legs out to the sides as well, that is absolutely fine. So once we get here, let's get nice and tall through the crown of the head, and we're going to add in our eagle arms. So take your arms out in front and put one on top of each shoulder. Then you're going to lift the hands up and see if we can grasp the hands together. This is our little eagle twist. Then push the hands up towards the ceiling so we get a nice stretch through the shoulders. And we're just going to hold here for about 4 or 5 breaths. Now, if this isn't feeling good for you, if it's too much for the shoulders, maybe you're just going to touch the shoulders like this and give yourself a little bit of a hug. Or you may be coming into your full eagle twist. Make those breaths nice and deep, really fill up the belly. One more deep breath. Release the hands, give them a little bit of a shake, and we're going to come into our forward fold now. Again, having the right leg outstretched. So we're focusing on the right leg for just now. The other leg is coming in. We're going to come nice and tall and then fold over the outstretched leg. Should feel a really nice stretch up the back of the leg. Keep the toes nice and active up towards the ceiling and let the chest just sink down. And again, nice long deep breaths here. With each inhale, you can slightly lift the chest and then see if you can sink a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Walk yourself back up. We're going to see if we can take this leg just a little bit wider now, keeping the other one bent. And we're going to go into a side stretch. So take the other arm, reach it up and over. So we're getting a lovely stretch up this side body, keeping the chest nice and lifted. So we're better up higher with the chest lifted than down low like this, collapsing into it. So keep the chest nice and lifted. And a few long breaths here. Beautiful, bring yourself back up, and then again we're going to take the forward fold. So we're twisting towards the extended leg and then walking the hands down. Toes nice and active. We're getting that lovely stretch up the back of the leg. One more breath here. Beautiful, walk it back up. And then we're coming back to the beginning again. So remember last time we put the right leg underneath, this time for our little fire log, the left leg's going underneath and the right leg's going on top. But again, if you maybe started with this one with the legs extended or folded, absolutely fine. You maybe just want to change the fold of the legs. Now you'll find always the second way of doing it is usually the way that feels a little bit strange for you, but that's okay. We always have one side we like better than the other. So we're nice and tall through the crown. We're going to take the arms, fold them one on top of each other and take the shoulders, and then if we can, bringing the hands together and pushing up towards the ceiling. You'll feel that lovely shoulder stretch. 5 breaths here. One more deep breath. Lovely. Release the arms, give them that little shake. This time it's the left leg that's being extended out. Right leg's bent in, and we're lifting and folding down across the leg. Pulling the belly in towards the spine to create space. Allowing the chest to sink down. Now we're not pulling ourselves inward, so we're not holding toes and pulling ourselves forward because that hunches the back. We're letting the chest lower down. So we're leading with the chest here. Gaze is towards the ankle. One more breath here. Beautiful. Bring yourself back up. Then we're taking the leg out slightly wider for our side stretch. Arm comes up and over. Chest is lifted. Bring a beautiful space to the side body, the ribs. One more breath. Lift it back up. Take the twist of the leg and fold forwards. Long breath. Beautiful. Bring yourself back up. Let's just take the legs out in front, sweep the arms up, interlace, and have a nice big tall stretch. Lean to one side and then the other. Release the arms, and let's make our way down to lion for our Shavasana. You can use your pillow if you like for underneath your head, might feel quite nice. And the legs are either coming out long, or we can bend the knees, maybe take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall against each other. This is nice if the back gets a little niggly. It can be good to have the palms facing up towards the ceiling. This opens the shoulders. And just allow yourself to really sink into the mat. The next minute is just for you to slow down and find stillness with the body. Let those breaths be long and deep. Welcome in the stillness. Now you're welcome to stay here if you have time, but if not, let's take a nice stretch, just waking the body back up. Pointing the fingers, the toes, maybe a yawn will feel nice. And then gently make your way up to sitting, and we'll finish off with the breath together. Take the arms wide, inhale up, exhale down. Say thanks to yourself for taking some time for you today. Namaste, everyone. Hope you have a good one. See you soon.